Nostalgia is tricky in gaming. It can make mediocre games feel amazing in hindsight, or make you dread revisiting old favorites. I felt both when diving back into Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, a childhood staple I played endlessly with my cousin. I expected disappointment, but surprisingly, even with its flaws, this quirky Star Wars beat 'em up still manages to be a lot of fun. Released in 2000 for the PlayStation 1 and later the Dreamcast, Jedi Power Battles loosely follows the events of The Phantom Menace. You play as various Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn or Mace Windu, battling droids and other enemies across levels inspired by the movie. The gameplay is a mix of beat-em-up combat and awkward platforming, with an option for co-op. The combat is surprisingly layered for its time. You get 3 lightsaber attack buttons, combos to unlock, and the ability to deflect blaster shots, a mechanic that still feels great. The force powers add variety, letting you push enemies back or use more powerful abilities as you progress. It's satisfying to mix attacks and powers, especially when you're dealing with tougher enemies later on. Leveling up your character after each stage is another highlight. Based on your score, you can increase health, force power, and unlock new combos or abilities. This progression system encourages sticking with one Jedi or replaying earlier levels to boost stats. It's a simple system, but it gives the game a nice sense of growth. However, the platforming sections are a real weak point. Jedi might excel in combat, but they're awful at jumping. These segments are frustrating and often result in cheap deaths, which can really sap your patience. The remaster doesn't fix this, or much else really. It updates the visuals but leaves the clunky controls and weird design choices intact. For instance, the game starts with everything unlocked, including all levels and Darth Maul as a playable character. It's strange and could confuse first-time players. Despite these flaws, Jedi Power Battles has its charms. From goofy power-ups that double your lightsaber length to outlandish missions like driving a tank through Theed, the game never takes itself too seriously. It also veers hilariously off course from the movie's plot, which adds to its quirky appeal. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles is a flawed but fun throwback to an era of experimental Star Wars games. The clunky combat, awkward platforming, and bizarre design choices might put off some players, but if you can look past these issues, there's still a good time to be had. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a unique piece of Star Wars gaming history that's worth revisiting, at least for fans of the original. For more, check out our review of Dynasty Warriors Origins or Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.